Previously on the Dungeon Story.
As they celebrate your victory over the zombies, many referring to you guys as the heroes of Hillock, you notice a dwarf walking towards your table.
My name is Bodak Milta.
How exactly did you come to be in the business with Alabaster, who seems to just keep sending people to us to help us out?
I was actually sent by the temple. Surprised you don't know me.
Which temple?
Your temple.
20 gold pieces to anyone who could best me at the knife board.
Oh, me.
This would be a good time to bring up our celebrity musician.
I suggest to him that we have an epic rap battle of history.
We're having a burn off.
Beer in my belly.
This is a song I wrote about a wonderful woman I met, whose name I believe was Denise.
And you notice a knife to your throat.
Ooh. What the hell? I thought we were keeping watch.
And welcome back to the Dungeon Story. We have all of our players playing today. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
And now before we get started, Paula, what do you got to tell us?
Well, what do you do when you have bad dice? You put them in a dice jail. What do you do when you still have bad dice? You get new dice. Our friends at Dice Legion can help you out with that. So if you visit their website, listed below here, and use the code The Dungeon Story, don't forget the has to go in front, The Dungeon Story 10, you will get 10% off your order, which I think is pretty spiffy.
And we continue our adventure.
Wake up. I just had a nightmare. I think. Oh my god.
Were you also dreaming about the terrible, terrible beer?
No, I was dreaming that I had family, which I had no idea I had. I grew up an orphan.
Oh, well then,
That isn't
yeah,
it.
then you have, there could be a family out there then.
I don't know. Maybe it might have just been a nightmare, but I have the willies right now. They said that they know that we're coming.
That might put a bit of a difference in our plan and how we approach the next day or so.
I think that might be for the best. I think
Okay.
we need to be very cautious in the future. I don't normally have nightmares.
Did you also have the bad beer? With the farts?
I did.
Oh no.
I did. It might have been the beer.
It might have been the beer, and you make your way back to sleep. Bolton, you don't notice anything aside from you could have sworn you heard some whispering coming from Fidessa in Knox's room. But aside from that, not a thing. And the dawn rises. It is now Earth's Day in Hillock. A breakfast has been prepared for you heroes. Compliments of the Hoof and Claw Tavern. What do you guys decide to do?
Eat the bacon first.
Breakfast.
Solid plan.
It's the most important meal of the day.
You should coin that.
Literally a handful of bacon. Bodak goes, so what are we doing?
Fidessa shows like the letter that we have showing that this is where we're supposed to go, and we have to. There's a fish barrel or something that's going to show the way, and that because we need to return these items to where once they came, that like this is where we need to go to find the man who has them. So now that we seem to potentially, and I kind of like make eye contact with you, but I don't say like she had a nightmare and she's scared.
We have a feeling that they're expecting us at the time that we were planning on going. So maybe we should change the time that we're going.
Perhaps you and I should scout ahead with our stealthiness.
Yeah.
Find out what's actually going on.
And we won't be too far behind you.
Exactly.
In the event that something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I have the sense that something might go wrong.
Yeah.
As you discuss your plans for the day, the door to the tavern opens up, and you notice a well-dressed noble walk in. Human. He goes, "My name is Ronnie Brightdust. I have a task for you heroes. You seem to have dispatched the zombies in an efficient manner. As the High Council representative of Hillock, I have a dire situation. My children have been kidnapped." He beckons and says, "If you could just help me out, I don't know who else to turn to."
Absolutely. We'll help you out. Stolen children. That's something we need to take care of right away.
Yeah, we should be compensated for this, for sure.
They're children.
I can say I will be glad to compensate you. I'll be glad to give you guys at least 100 gold pieces each.
I'm in.
I need my children back.
Helping children is reward enough for me.
I'll take your 100. Very nice.
I'll just keep betting Dennis.
Where were your children last seen?
They were at my estate in their rooms sleeping. We woke up this morning and they weren't there. We did find a note in one of the bedrooms. It said, "Stop asking the High Council for Iron Guard personnel. This is your last warning." And there was a symbol at the bottom. It looked like a black fist.
Oh, those aren't particularly kind people.
Them again.
Yeah, this always seems to happen to us, eh?
Black fist people.
You've heard of these people?
They're known to be in this area, right?
They're bad.
Can I honestly also say, what a backwards way of getting you to stop asking for more police protection by stealing your children.
I don't know, like, there's so much crime that goes on in Hillock. The citizens don't know how to live with this, and I feel bad for them. I want to help this area out, so I became a High Counsellor. Is to lower the crime and clean this place up so that we can have tourist attractions here and really generate some revenue for Hillock. Maybe install a giant falls. You know, it kind of comes over and then we'll get like a Ferris wheel and we'll have this hill. You know, we'll build a hill with all these amusement things on each side.
Imagine if the place existed.
Sounds gaudy to me. But it sounds like something that we can absolutely help you with your children.
Okay, well, if you want to come back to my estate, you can look at their bedrooms. If
50% up front.
he opens a door and just snaps his finger, you see, I'd say they're bodyguards, but they're pretty lanky. And they come in with their tattered clothes and they've got little sacks and like, they just throw the sack towards you. It's about 300 gold pieces.
You should have asked for more money.
Now that we've got a down payment taken care of, I assume you're going to help me out. Is there anything you need to know from me?
We're best off going with you to the house, I think.
Okay.
See if there's any clues for tracks.
You notice a wagon outside of the tavern. He says, "Come on into my wagon, and it'll take you to my estate." And you travel probably about a good 5 minutes before you get to this corridored area in Hillock. You notice some lanky guards kind of at the gate post, and you make your way into the estate through the front door.
Sorry, you've said lanky twice now.
Yeah, they're lanky. Hillock is it's like the poorest district in all of Thimgrum.
So this is like the richest guy in the poorest district.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah. So he brings you into the home, takes you up to the second floor, says, "This is Annie's room, and right beside is Abigail's room." You notice that each room has very large windows, and currently in the one room on the right, that large window is open.
Well, that's pretty obvious how they got in there.
Okay, so if I'm looking around the room, is anything else missing? Like, is there any, like, jewelry missing or, like, any valuables missing?
Give me a perception check.
That's 7.
7. Yeah, everything looks pretty normal to you.
I mean, I live in a rock cavern, so...
Fidessa drops into a Sherlockian level of like just staring at the ground and trying to put together to see whether or not there's like a specific kind of dirt that's on the ground that's been left behind the boots. And any particular smell that would be associated with a specific area of the city.
Give me a perception check.
Natural 1. I see nothing.
You see nothing, you smell nothing.
Into the dice
cleanest-
jail.
You get
It's
dirt
the
on your
cleanest room
nose.
you've ever seen.
No, I'm just putting my face in the ground.
Are you sure this is a child's room?
Take a look around the window area and I see if there's any. How do people get up in here? Is this the way they got in?
Guidance.
Go ahead, roll a perception.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, he knows all.
You figure they brought a ladder of some sort. As you look at the windowsill, there seems to be impressions of something that held a ladder-type device. You notice that the windowsill is actually jimmied open on the one side. And as you look out the window, you kind of see the same thing on the other window going to the other room. You would think that it wouldn't be plausible to just take a child that's struggling and keep them quiet and bring them down a ladder. There must have been a way to keep them silent. From that, you would deduce that they made their way in here somehow, bypassing the guards, but you don't know where, or it might be an inside job.
Were the guards on duty last night?
Oh, geez, I think that the twins were on duty last night. Terry and Jerry. They're home, I guess.
Find them. Get them here.
He snaps his fingers and says, "Gotta get Jerry." And you see someone just kind of scutter off and leave. We're probably looking about 20 minutes. You see these, fair-haired lads kind of stumble in and like, "What do you need, High Counselor?" It's like, these people would like to talk to you.
He's literally grabbed the first one, don't even care which one it is, just put him onto the ground. Where are the kids?
I like this guy.
I feel equally safe knowing that this man is on our side and also terrified.
The only thing that's missing is, "I'm Dwarf Man."
I'm Dwarf Man. Where are they? Answer me!
You see Terry get plowed into the ground by Bodak? Bodak. Staff members around like aghast, like, "Are you gonna do that, High Counselor?" It's like, "Yeah, I am. I need my kids back." Terry's on the ground going, I don't know what you're talking about.
Punch him in the face.
I still don't know what you're talking about. I'm just outside, just guarding the place.
Someone got in here. You didn't do a very good job. What did you see?
I don't know. I don't see. You see his nose get a little disjointed.
Look over at his brother. What did you see?
You see him piss his pants. I didn't see anything. I swear.
We roll insight to see whether or not they're bullshitting.
Yeah, go right ahead.
17.
You notice Jerry's got a bit of a twitch as he starts to back out of the room.
Jerry, come here.
I'm gonna go pounce on Jerry and pin him to the ground.
Roll an attack.
It's a little bit of grapple, but we'll do that. 16.
Altogether?
Yeah.
He's got 16.
Oh, so we have.
So you come charging in, and he kind of like pushes you aside in fear, and now he starts to bolt out of the room and down the stairs. Terry's on the ground, bleeding to death.
And Jerry's running down the stairs.
He's running down the stairs.
Okay, yeah, alright. I run out the door and I jump over the banister and try to pounce on him.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me an acrobatics first.
15.
You jump over the banister. It's probably about a good 15 feet, but you land definitely on your feet. And you start charging towards Jerry as he's trying to run out the front door. Roll a hit to see if you get him.
18.
You run up him and you grab his shoulder and you grapple him down to the ground.
Take notes, Dennis.
I was running behind.
You're gonna make your way down the stairs as well? Okay.
Who do I have?
Huh?
I have Terry?
You have Terry, she has Jerry.
Okay.
So in the room with Terry, I kind of like put my hand on Bodak's shoulder and it's like, see, look, we're not here, despite the fact that we just hit you, we're not actually here to hurt you, we just need to find these kids. And your brother is also going to help us, you're gonna help us, we're all in this together, we all want good things to happen for these kids. So can you tell us why your brother ran away? And I'm like, can you bring the brother back in, please?
It's a good
For
cop
some
time.
gentle questioning.
Good cop time.
They're generally questioned.
You see Terry kind of spit up a tooth.
I can fix that for you.
Really? Because dental's really hard to come by in Hillock.
I know, and I bet you don't have really the best benefits working for this guy, but that's okay. So we're gonna improve this situation, but we need to work together. So can you tell me what happened?
He kind of looks at Bodak and is like,
Don't look at him. Look at me. Look at me. Right here. You're safe here.
some guy said if we just take a little bit of a break for about half an hour, we could, make 2 copper pieces. We thought, oh, that'd be awesome. We could buy, half an apple.
Oh, you need to learn to negotiate, kid.
He kind of shudders. You hear a little, and a little lump kind of settles onto the ground in his drawers.
Tell us what the person looked like who asked you to do this.
It was a big guy.
Did he look like a half orc?
I don't know. He was kind of well dressed in a kind of a black suit. He was really skin tight. You could see his bulging muscles, and he had a really shiny helm on, and he just looked like he wanted to give us a break. And honestly, 2 copper pieces. That's That's like a month's worth of work.
Terribly underpaid here.
Oh
I'm gonna
God.
have to talk to Ronnie next.
We got families to feed. Well, I've got Jerry to feed, and Jerry's got me to feed, and well, no, we really wanted that half apple.
No, the way that you two look after each other is wonderful. Encourage that. We don't do that at the expense of children. So, and then I looked to everyone else. I'm like, does this physical description match anyone that we know? Does it sound like harm, or does it sound like?
Oh no, it doesn't.
No.
The frame sounds like harm, but the way he's dressed,
Especially the helmet.
and this sounds a little too elaborate for harm to do.
New villain, who dis?
So we're downstairs, I guess.
You and Knox are downstairs, yeah, with
So
Jerry.
we'll kind of do this similarly. I can use persuasion as well.
Okay, well, what do you ask him? What do you say?
Why are you running?
Jerry's like, I wasn't running.
You absolutely ran. We had to tackle you.
I was walking really fast.
You just saw his brother get his face caved in, so.
Yeah, why wouldn't you protect your brother? Why would you run?
Well, someone's got to feed the family.
How about this? I'll give you 1 gold piece and you tell me everything you know.
Well, Jerry and I used to have parents, and their parents died or they moved away. They never really told us if they moved away or not, and then we kind of grew up and we started looking for work, but we really couldn't find work because Terry's got a bit of a gimp. And now,
About the kids!
oh, what kids?
The ones that went missing.
Oh, yeah. We have no idea. We literally went to go buy half an apple, but all the shops were closed by the time we got there.
We didn't even get their apple.
I
So
guess I'll give
we
you
do
that
end up
gold
getting
piece.
a similar story from this guy.
Yeah, basically, like,
Same description.
he says the exact same thing. Big guy, you know, dressed in black, and he looked pretty sharp. It's amazing. I didn't know tailors made outfits so skin tight, really skin tight. Like you could see everything. Like
Ew.
he is not circumcised.
I'm getting annoyed with this conversation, so I'm gonna rifle through Ronnie's pockets.
You're gonna go up and try to steal from Ronnie.
Yes, I am, because find out if he's got anything weird.
Give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
20.
20. You reach into his pockets and there's nothing in there, and he notices you reaching. He's like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to manhandle a high counselor? I could have you arrested."
Then who's gonna save your kids?
I would assume the other ones.
Oh, he's with us.
Oh, not really.
I thought you guys were the heroes of Hillock. Have I gotten this all wrong?
Probably. But here's the question. Do you happen to know anyone with a very shiny helm who tends to wear very form-fitting garmentry?
Geez, no.
Want me to
Not at
ask him?
all.
You know, I do, but I feel like I shouldn't.
Where's the nearest tailor?
If you go to the pigskin field and go west of it, I don't know if they're still working there. Mickey's Tailor Shop,
Any specialty helmet shops?
specialty helmet shops, like
You know.
helmet.
No, blacksmiths.
Blacksmiths, Ledner's Armory and Shields.
So I would say let's go visit the tailor first. They're closer, and probably odds are there aren't nearly as many well-tailored suits that will fit on a large, muscular person.
Especially if they're like wearing their suits super tight.
So before we go there, I just go up to Ronnie and just reel up nice and close, and just like, what did you do to piss these guys off?
Oh, what did you eat that makes it smell so bad? I made a request at the High Council that we should have more Iron Guard in Hillock. We need more protection.
Well, this is a last warning, so what were the other warnings? How did they come? What's
I've
going on? Give us more info.
had letters come in, and they're just always letters. I just thought it was just some sort
No
of like,
personal appearances? No one showed up to talk discreetly to you?
no, they're just letters. Like I get these kind of things all the time, death threats and letters. I know this is a really scummy area. As High Counselor trying to clean this place up, you kind of have to deal
Clean
with
this
it.
place up, help you start paying these guys a decent wage. Maybe they won't wander off and let your kids get stolen.
I tell you what, you've got a good point. Anyways, these letters. And he kind of goes over to a desk area and kind of pulls some letters out, and they're basically the same thing, and they're in different handwriting, but always a symbol of sorts at the bottom.
This is going to cost you 600 gold to find your kids again, and you could just be paying these people a living wage.
I am telling you, if you can just get my kids back, I will do whatever. I will work to increase the living wage of these individuals. But I need my kids back.
To the tailors?
To the tailors.
To the tailors.
Okay, to the tailors.
Before we get to the tailors, perhaps we shouldn't be manhandling every merchant in the town. Perhaps a slightly more diplomatic approach might be.
That was diplomatic.
So perhaps you won't be the first one to speak to our new friends when we get to the tailors, but...
Well, we can bring you in if necessary.
Yeah. Do we need like a code word for when it's like time to go punch people in the face for being saucy?
I think you should do it every time. I was perfectly happy with that. I thought it was great.
How about if someone says, get him? Does that make you feel... I'm sorry, does that rude?
Little bit, but I get your point.
Okay.
Fine, the talkers can talk.
After you've settled that conversation, you make your way through. You get down to the pigskin field, hang west, and you make your way to a tailor, Mickey's tailor shop. It's very small, a large glass window, and you see an old man just needling away at an article of clothing. And you notice that his hands are very shaky, but he's taking his time.
Good morning.
He goes, hi. Are you here to pick up an order?
Well, I saw the most striking gentleman the other day walking down the street in a shiny helm and the most form-fitting clothes I'd ever seen. And I thought, man, he must have the most spectacular tailor in town, and you were the first person I thought of. And I wanted to find out if you knew anything about this man or this tailor or what.
What did the outfit look like?
A very, very form-fitting black, it was a very broad-shouldered gentleman, I presume. And just very, very, when I say fitted, I mean...
You could see his wiener.
What she said.
That guy. Yeah, that was an odd request.
Who was it?
Gentleman came by a couple of months ago. Very, very tall, very large. Almost took up the entire room. He roots through, sees if he can find an invoice, and is like, yes. Well, he didn't put his name down, but the lady he was with, Anastasia. Wow, she was a looker. Dark black hair, round-rimmed glasses. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. She asked for the same thing, very skin tight. These guys, they're a good-looking couple, like skin tight, like. I
think we get it.
Yeah.
So
It was once they fitted it on. Oh God, I would have done either of them.
well then, so did they happen to leave a forwarding address for any sort of billing?
No, they paid in gold. The material was hard to come by. I had to go to Slope to get it.
Where in Slope did you have to go get it?
I do if it's around Harfendales.
We know where that is.
Put a hand on the old guy's shoulder.
Whoa.
Was there any delivery address? Did you deliver it or did they come get it?
First off, I'm not that old. I'm just like, I'm 34. Like I know. Jeez, what makes you think I'm old? Jeez, you're a dick.
Give us something, guy.
I told you, a big guy and this beautiful woman and a very tight-fitting outfits, black with like red trim, and I did such a great job.
Where can we find them?
Just slide a gold across the table.
It's like looking at it like, did you want the same outfit?
No, we just want to know where they got it and where they are.
I can do it in white.
Can you do it in clear?
Okay, helmet shop. Any good helmet places in town?
Yeah, you can just down the street. You can go down to the Armory and Shield place. I forget who owns it now. I'm gonna say it's Ledner. Ledner? I don't know. He kind of keeps to himself, and he's not a really nice guy.
We should get along well.
All right, let's go to Ledner's.
Yeah.
Okay, on the way there, I mentioned, obviously that was the woman that was asking about you. Same name anyway, and same description. That was the mysterious woman that was asking about us at the party last night.
Mm-hmm. The one that left when I was performing.
That's
You can
right.
sleep with me.
Performing.
I'll sleep. Sleep with me. I
Sound
performed the
pretty
number on my
sour
mother.
there, Russ.
Okay, you guys make your way down the street to Ledner's. And you can hear the clanking of hammers striking against an anvil and some sort of metal. The forge is burning hot. Sparks of ash fly through the air. And you see a dwarf in an apron, goggles on, focused, with his hammer, just hammering. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding,
Boy.
ding, ding.
That's a lot of things.
He looks up. I only do orders on Earth Day.
Today's Earth Day.
Ah, shit. What do you guys want? Like, what's going on here?
We recently saw a gentleman in some very form-fitting clothing and a lady also in some very form-fitting clothing. The gentleman had a magnificent helm, and I wanted to know whether or not you were the person who made it.
He starts
The
laughing.
exact same speech.
Yeah, the magnificent helm, eh? Well, lady, that's something you should sort out yourself.
We couldn't see it, it was uncircumcised.
I don't know what you guys are up to, but I make weapons and armor and shield.
Now, the quality of the stuff in there, does it look like you might be able to make something of this level? Like it's
Oh,
particularly shiny
you
helm?
see a lot of ornate things hanging on the walls, and he professes to be a great artisan of the metals. Roll me a insight check.
Oh, I've been doing so well on those. Yeah, 6.
You rolled a natural one. But you're not quite sure the ornate things on the walls were actually made by him.
Uh-huh, okay. By any chance, do you have another, do you work with anybody? Or do you do all this yourself?
Yeah, everything in this. I make everything. I make everything. Like, I'm the guy.
Find out for real.
Get him.
I'm gonna walk outside for a minute.
I'm gonna ask one of the tall people if they can grab me one of the most ornate helmet that's up on the wall for me and hand it to me. Because I can't reach. Because
I use my staff and I lift it off like it's like one of those clothing hooks.
Do we see anything that looks similar to what the guy was wearing, as it was described to us?
You don't see anything that is all chromed up. The ornate helm that Dennis is referring to, you find that it's gilded with a gold-like trim, a beautiful emerald look to the metal. It's very well crafted.
so I asked him. So I was like, so you could make one of these again. If this got destroyed, you could make another one.
Yeah, of course. I made
I'll
them.
reach over, grab one of his hammers.
No. So I have the helmet in one hand. My other hand, it's gonna start turning green and start bubbling. And I'm just gonna tell him, I'm gonna melt this helmet unless you're telling me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. Like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, roll me insight.
I got a 7.
As far as you're concerned, he's telling the truth.
All right, my hand goes back.
There's no answers for us here. We should go somewhere else. Where to?
I don't know. Maybe
Back to the
dwarves can.
Back to the bar.
Maybe you can bond.
Back to the bar.
Take one of his hammers and smash his hand with it.
I was
roll
outside
to
for
strike.
that.
Oh no, that's a natural 20! He's gonna die!
Roll your damage.
And points at damage.
No, you got a natural 20, you gotta roll that again!
Oh god, so that's 10 on the dice plus 4. Sorry, 3 for strength. So 13.
You guys watch Bulldog because he picks up a hammer and he walks over to the armor
I was already
and just
outside.
smash down, aiming for his hand, but accidentally clubs him in the head. You see the hammer sink into the forehead and the eyes roll back as you see the dwarf just slump down to the ground, and he is not breathing.
That was not what I meant when I said get him! And I grab him and I cast Cure Wounds at a first level.
I'm Song of Restoration even at the same time.
You try, in desperation, you try to cast that spell, but he's not getting up.
That's oh no. I think we need to discussed what the maximum of the Gittim could be.
I toss his body in the forge. Let's go.
I want to look through the shop and see if there's anything of value.
We can take everything now. The guy's dead.
We are currently under employ of the High Council of this neighborhood. I feel like it is not
You
the
see
move.
Volok just drag the bodies with ease
Stop!
into the forge. As he does that, the door opens, and I think that is where we'll end this session. Once again, thank you for watching the dungeon story. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.